Another aspect of ACE Express is maintenance. The officers' locations and codes we've been using in data entry and transactions all come from someplace. The maintenance form handles all of that. Let's go ahead and open it up. And let's open it up to the officer maintenance page. In the maintenance form, officers, locations, codes, commands, and captions are all handled. This information is vital as you use ACE Express. It is strongly recommended that you set this information up in ACE Express before you begin using it to track property and evidence live. Doing it this way will make data entry and transactions a lot smoother and cleaner. Right now, let's focus on the officers. Here you can see the list of officers that are currently in the system. The list that you see here is just a playlist, and you can add your own officers as you need, as well as delete the ones that you might not need. Here you can see the officer number, their last name, first name, rank, command, badge, whether or not they're a property officer, and whether or not the listed officer is currently active. Let's go ahead and add a new officer. Here you can see these same fields represented on this form. Let's go ahead and add in a new one. The officer number is essentially a number used in OneAce for quick access. Let's go ahead and enter in P6. Then we enter in the officer's last and first names. Then their badge number. Next is their rank. The rank you just select from the drop-down list box. Right now there's only one rank in the system, and we can adjust that in the code section later. Next you choose the officer's command. What command do they serve under? Here there are three to choose from. Once again, this list can be adjusted later under the command page. Next you need to determine if the officer is active or not. Next, you need to determine if they are a property officer. Keep in mind that you'll need to be adding both property officers and regular officers into ACE Express. The property officers will be the ones logging on to ACE Express and entering in the data. The other officers will be the ones bringing you the evidence and the items that you'll be entering in. Both of these need to be entered into ACE Express. If they are not a property officer, just leave this unchecked and you go ahead and click on Add. But this is a property officer, so let's go ahead and check this. And when you check that, you'll have some additional options to consider. The next one is Super Administrator. A Super Administrator is a special function in the security that allows that particular user access to all parts of ACE Express. In addition, when this person logs on, they will have the opportunity to lock ACE Express down so that only they can get into it. So if you want to set them up as a super administrator and have those rights, go ahead and check here. This person is just a regular person, so we're going to leave that unchecked. Next is the password. Everybody who logs in to ACE Express needs to have a password. The username when they log in is the same as their officer number. Keep that in mind. It's very important. And your password is set right here. Let's go ahead and click the password button. As you can see, the username is identical to their officer number. Here you can enter in the new password and confirm it. Keep in mind that the password cannot be left blank. Let's just enter in a simple password. And we're done. And we'll take a look at the data once again. Let's go ahead and click on Add. And they've been added to the system. As you can see, the one we just added is right here in the list. Additionally, if we want to edit a person, we just find them in the list and then click the Edit button. Let's go ahead and edit the person we just added. And we can see here the fields that we can edit. Keep in mind the officer number has now been locked. We cannot edit that because it is a unique identifier and we cannot change it. However, all the other information can be changed. Last name, first name, badge, rank, command, whether they're active or not, property officer. We can turn them into a super administrator. And if we need to change their password, we just go ahead and click here. Once we're done, after we've made our change, we click the Update button, and then we'll be updated in the list. Finally, from this form, you can remove officers. In this case, you just click on them and remove them. It will give you a confirmation screen. You just click on Yes, and it will remove them from the list. Keep in mind that there needs to be at least one super administrator in the system. If you're trying to remove the last super administrator from the system, it will not allow you. Someone needs to be able to get in to have master access in the system. Additionally, it will prevent you from deleting anybody who is currently used in any transactions or data entry in the system as well. It's important to have data integrity in that situation. Next, we will go over the import. Check on that in the security, or rather officer section 2.